Jonathan Davenport put on another dominant performance at Eldora, winning his third straight Dirt Late Model Dream and his fourth overall. And during a post-race press conference, he revealed part of his secret for success out at Eldora. Roll this up over at stockcarreport.com. You can find the link in the description below. So just to kind of give you a recap of what happened during the race. He dominated the race, eventually winning in convincing fashion with an over 10-second gap between him and second-place finisher Bobby Pierce. There were only 8 cars left on the lead lap when all was said and done. He started the race in 13th after finishing 3rd in Heat 1 earlier in the night. A little over 15 laps into the event, he hadn't made any forward progress and had actually lost a spot and fell to 14th after getting passed by Josh Rice. However, he would get back up to 13th after working his way around Max Blair with about 80 laps to go. Following a caution that was brought out by Jason Jameson, Davenport had a really strong start, moving up to 8th by running around the bottom. He continued to hug the bottom and worked his way up to 7th, and then with 75 laps to go, he passed Bobby Pierce to claim the 5th position. He made his way up to 4th before a caution with 68 laps to go came out for Hudson O'Neal. On the ensuing restart, Davenport moved up to 2nd, getting around both Shane Clayton and Chris Ferguson. After a restart with 61 laps to go due to a caution brought out by Jimmy Owens, Davenport worked his way past Dale McDowell through the middle of the track and took the lead. McDowell was actually underneath him at that point. After a caution with 52 laps to go for Bobby Pierce, Davenport would maintain his lead and would extend it over 3 seconds with 40 laps to go over second place Ricky Thornton Jr. That lead would evaporate due to a caution brought out by Dalton Wilson with 34 laps to go. However, a little over 10 laps from the ensuing restart, he extended his lead over second place Dale McDowell to 4.1 seconds. He extended that lead to 8.5 seconds with 10 laps left. When all was said and done, he had a 10-second lead over second place Bobby Pierce. And as I said, there were only 8 cars left on the lead lap. Total domination, butt whipping, good old-fashioned butt whipping at Eldora. That is what Jonathan Davenport did to the entire field. Again, only 8 lap cars. He had just lapped Josh Rice, and if he had another lap, he was likely going to put Ricky Thornton Jr. a lap down as well, because he took the checkered flag with Ricky Thornton Jr. Directly ahead of him, and Josh Rice just behind him. So in his post-race interview, Davenport would hint at his secret success, sharing, "We run a Cornet racing engine this week. That's the only thing that we've ever changed on this car." And so that is important there, right? He doesn't really change a lot when it comes to this Eldora car, and that is part of his secret, because he elaborated on this point during the post-race press conference, which you can watch right here if you like, or over on Flow Racing's YouTube channel. But this is what he said. "Like I said, I've just been here so many times, just like Scott Bloomquist. He come here so many times with the same exact car. He wasn't bouncing around. He built his own cars. So he always knew what he was, what he had, and had notes from there. And I took a page out of his book. That's the reason I took one car and I just dedicated it to this place. And now I can go back and look at lap times, and I just flip through my notebook all the way, back to 2021, He went on and said, "The sport definitely progresses a lot each year, and you change stuff. But, I always try to add in something that I've learned through the prelim races, and sometimes it works, and sometimes it don't. It's always nice to have that big, thick notebook to go back to." So that is kind of what he's sharing is his secret to success at Eldora. He has one car. He doesn't make a lot of changes to it. He does obviously make some changes depending on the track, etc., things that he's learned through preliminary nights, and obviously I would assume through the heat races, etc. And he tries to improve on it. It doesn't always work, but for the most part, he has the same car, and he's extraordinarily successful with it. It's hard to argue with that. 3 wins in a row. His 4th win was back in 2015 with Rumley, which was over a decade ago. But clearly, he's found something with this car here that he's been racing since 2021, and he's been extraordinarily successful with it. Obviously, winning this year, 2025, winning last year, 2024, and then the year before in 2023. And it's just really, really good. And we've seen this. We saw this throughout the week. Obviously, had a little bit of a struggle on Wednesday during the Flow Racing Night in America. Something happened to the car. He went to the backup. I think he hit the wall, if I recall correctly, hit the wall in qualifying. Went to the backup. Didn't want to obviously wound that car for the Dream this week in the upcoming weekend. Went to the backup. Did okay in it, but got the Dream car back out. Got the Eldora car back out and fixed. and he's winning preliminary nights, right? So really, really good stuff with that car, and I definitely feel like that is definitely one of the secrets. I think it might have something to do with the guy behind the wheel as well. Obviously, he's got that thick notebook, but he does also reference there that I've been coming here so many times. I've been here so many times is what he says. So obviously he has the experience as well. He kind of knows the track. He's seen a lot of the track prep that's been taking place. He knows kind of how it's going to play out. And he's also been in the race so many times as well. So he knows kind of how the track might change over the course of 100 laps. So obviously, a number of little factors going into there, but he obviously points to the car not really changing all that much, just making minor tweaks here and there to improve it based on track conditions, etc., and kind of what he learns through the preliminaries in the before the main event on Saturday. But that is what Jonathan Davenport had to say. A little bit of what his secret was, or what his secret is to being so good at Eldora. And I think he's being truthful there. But I also think he's downplaying himself a little bit as well. Obviously, massive talent behind that wheel. But let me know what you guys make of this. Let me know in the comments below.